Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to this afternoon's game between the Denver Wild and the Brooklyn Bombers here at Signal Health Park in Brooklyn. It's a sunny day here. I'm trying a little different presentation today to see how it works out. So let me know in the comments below what you think of it, what you think I need to change, or if you liked it. But doing a single game here today between Denver and Brooklyn. This is game 2 of a short 2-game series. Brooklyn won game 1 3-1 behind a great pitching performance by starter Wally Ballard. And today's game features a matchup between two top pitchers as well. For Denver, we have Jermichael Jones going, starting on the mound. He is 1 for 1 on the year. This is his third start. He's gone 13 2/3 innings so far in the season with an ERA of 0.66, 9 strikeouts, 5 walks, 4 runs given up, and a whip of 1.46. He'll be going up against Melido Ortiz for Brooklyn. Ortiz is 2-0 with 2 starts under his belt, 14 innings pitched, a 3.21 ERA. He's had 11 strikeouts, 4 walks, he's given up 5 runs, and has a whip of 1.07. Your lineup for today, for Denver, starting off at second base, will be Josh Lampum. He's batting .313 with 5 RBIs. Matt Slodak will be batting second, playing shortstop. Rondell Frazier is at first base. Junior Royal, batting cleanup, will be playing center field. Kurt Swarns will be playing third base. Maury Lynn will be in right field, Jay Holland will be catching, and Gus Fontenot will be in left field behind starting pitcher Jermichael Jones. For Brooklyn, Chuck Gagne will be leading off playing second base. Brian Stone will be in right field. He's batting .306 with 4 home runs and 10 RBIs. And behind him will be the first baseman Matt Hopstack, batting .293 with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Hopstack had 2 home runs and all 3 runs batted in the win yesterday for Brooklyn. Scotty Coles will be in left field. He's batting .265 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. The hot-hitting Alvaro Morgan, who leads the entire league in average with a 500, will be batting 5th. Pat Zeus will be third base. Torrey Brown will be catching. Yasmiel Castillo will get the start at shortstop today for the injured Travis Nelson, and Melido Ortiz will be batting 9th, and he has yet to record a hit this year so far. So Brooklyn has taken the field. The national anthem has been sung, and let's go ahead and get this game underway as the second baseman Josh Lampum steps up to the plate. And here is the pitch from Ortiz. Struggle or no? And quickly, Josh Lampum hits a ground ball to Matt Hopstack at first base, who gloves it cleanly for the first out of the ball game. Also, for this game, I'm trying out not going through each trait check, and I'll be editing the video so that you won't hear me checking each trait, but just seeing just what the final result is, and what you'll be seeing is the actual result of the play. I'm going to see how that goes. It may not work out well. It may work out great. I may find it adds a little bit too much editing time, but we'll see how it goes. So trying different things here to try to liven the broadcast up a little bit. So next up will be the shortstop, Matt Slodak. And here's the pitch, and Matt Slodak hits a high pop fly out to the second baseman, Chuck Gagne, who gloves it easily for the second out of the inning. Next up will be the first baseman, Rondell Frazier, who's kind of gotten off to a slow start this year, hoping to pick things up. And the full count pitch is on the way. Frazier swings and strikes out for the third out of the inning. So Denver goes down quietly as we go to the bottom of the first. And the hot Jermichael Jones is on the mound for Denver. And Chuck Gagne, the second baseman, steps up to the plate to lead it off for Brooklyn. Here is the pitch, and that's a high fly ball out to the shortstop, Matt Slodak, who camps under it for the first out of the bottom of the first. Next up will be the right fielder, Brian Stone. The pitch. There's a drive out to right field, and back goes Maury Lynn. It looks like he's going to have enough room at the wall, and he gloves it for the second out. Next up will be the hot hitting Matt Hobstack, who has been hot here lately. And here's the pitch to Hobstack, and that's a hot screamer right to the second baseman, Josh Lampum, who gets a glove out and snags it for the third out. So after one complete, we are scoreless here in Brooklyn as Junior Royal comes up to the plate for the Denver Wild. And here's the pitch, and Royal shoots one the opposite direction, and Chuck Gagne reaches his glove out, and he snags it for the first out. So another line drive to the second baseman, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Kurt Swarnge. And here's the pitch, and he pulls it down the line to Pat Zeus. Zeus gloves it, throws it on over to Hobstack for the second out of the inning. Next up will be the right fielder, Maury Lynn. Here's the pitch, and Maury Lynn pops a high one up to the right side. Chuck Gagne, moving a few steps to his right, camps under it, and he gloves it for the third out. So Denver goes down quietly again as Brooklyn comes up to the plate, looking for someone to get the first hit of this ball game. Scotty Coles will be leading it off, the left fielder. Here's the pitch, and Cole shoots one to the opposite way. Josh Lampum, a few steps to his left. He will snag it, throw it on over to Rondell Frazier for out number one here in the bottom of the second. Next up will be the hot-hitting Alvaro Morgan, batting .500 after yesterday's game. 2 strikes on Morgan, and here's the pitch. Big swing, and he will strike out for the second out for Brooklyn's half of the inning. So Alvaro Morgan's woes continue as he went hitless in yesterday's game and not starting off today's game too well either. Pat Zeus steps into the plate now, the third baseman for Brooklyn. Here's the pitch, and he gets under one, shoots one out to center field. Junior Royal taking a few steps in, and he will glove it for the third out of the inning. So after 2, it is still 0-0, and we are looking for our first hit of the ball game as the catcher, Jay Holland, walks up to the plate for Denver, leading off the top of the third. And here's the pitch. Jay Holland looked to be a little eager, and he yanks one to the left side. Yasmiel Castillo can't get to it, and that is going to be a single into left field for our first base hit of the ball game. So Jay Holland breaks up the no-hitter being thrown by both pitchers here in the third inning, and he gets on base with a single to lead off the top of the third. Next up will be the left fielder, Gus Fontenot, seeing if he can't get Jay Holland around for the pitcher. Gus Fontenot settles in, 2 strikes on him. Here's the pitch, and Gus Fontenot will swing and a miss for the first out of the inning. Pitcher steps into the plate, Jermichael Jones. He is yet to record a base hit this year, and it looks like he is squaring up for a sacrifice. Jermichael Jones bunts, and it's actually a pop fly right back to Melido Ortiz on the mound. And Jay Holland won't be going anywhere as he stays on first, and Jermichael Jones can't get the job done to move Holland in a scoring position. There are 2 outs in the inning. Runner on, and Josh Lampum, the second baseman, stepping up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the first baseman, Matt Hobstack. Here's the pitch from Melido Ortiz, and it's high and inside, and Josh Lampum puts his shoulder up, and he actually takes it on the shoulder. He is hit by the pitch as he jogs down to first base. Melido Ortiz didn't look like there was no ill intention there, as Lampum just settles into first base, and that'll bring up the shortstop Matt Slodak, who's 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Runners at first and second here with 2 outs. And Slodak with a sharp ground ball hit the shortstop. Yasmiel Castillo gloves it, and he is going to throw on over to Chuck Gagne, covering at second base for the 3rd out of the inning. So Denver gets a few runners on, but they can't get them across as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. And Torrey Brown, catching today, steps up to the plate for Brooklyn. The pitch, Torrey Brown gets part of the bat on it, but he is going to yank a high fly ball out to the first baseman, Rondell Frazier, who gloves it easily for the 1st out of the bottom of the 3rd. Next up will be the shortstop, Yasmiel Castillo, covering for the injured Travis Nelson, who is out until he's out for about 5 or 6 more games here. He's going to try to get it going here. Here's the pitch into Castillo. Castillo with a big swing and a miss for the 2nd out of the inning. Next up will be the pitcher, Melido Ortiz. He is hitless this year also. Jermichael Jones stays hot as he has 2 strikes on Ortiz. Ortiz with a big swing. Actually, Ortiz with a kind of a defensive swing, just to try to get a piece of the ball, but he doesn't, and that'll be strike 3 for the 3rd out of the 3rd inning. So to the top of the 4th we go. We are scoreless in this game. 1 hit between the 2 clubs. So far it's looking like what we were expecting. A great pitching duel between these 2 great pitchers. And Rondell Frazier steps up to the plate for the Denver Wild. He is 0 for 1 today, looking to get this season back on track to what he was expecting. We have a full count on the batter. Melido Ortiz rears back, tosses one in there, and Rondell Frazier down on strikes again, or down on strikes for the 1st out of the 4th inning. So Frazier's woes continue as the center fielder, Junior Royal, steps up. He is 0 for 1. He lined out to the second baseman, Chuck Gagne, in his first at bat. And here's the pitch to Junior Royal. He pulls one to the left side through the hole, and that'll be a single to left field. So Royal on today for the first time, as Kurt Swarnge will come up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 at the ground out as well. He grounded out to Pat Zeus, his first time, the 3rd baseman, his first time at bat. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 4th, and Kurt Swarnge stepping up to the plate. And here's the pitch, and Kurt Swarnge goes down on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. Royal still hanging on over there at first, hoping that Maury Lynn, the right fielder, can get something going and get him moved around the bases. Lynn is 0 for 1 at the fly out to the second baseman today. Here's the pitch, and Maury one slaps one to the right side. Matt Hobstag diving, and he grabs it for the 3rd out. So a great play there by Matt Hobstag to get the 3rd out and to end that inning. And we go to the bottom of the 4th in this quick-moving game. We are still scoreless as the second baseman, Chuck Gagne, comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 at the fly out, or pop out to the shortstop, his first at bat. Here's a pitch, and Chuck Gagne lines one to center field. That'll be a base hit. His first of the game, as well as Brooklyn's first of the game. So they are finally in the hit column. Chuck Gagne gets him going. Let's see if Brian Stone can't keep it going here. He is 0 for 1 at the fly out today as well. And here's the pitch. Brian Stone with a lazy fly ball that just goes over the shortstop Matt Slodak's head. That'll be a base hit to left field as we now have runners at first and second here with nobody out. And the always dangerous Matt Hobstag up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today with a line out to the second baseman. If anyone can bust this game open, it's Hopstack, as he did yesterday. And you have a quick pickoff throw over to first base, and Brian Stone is picked off. Not paying attention over there at first base. And he gets picked off for the first out. Matt Hopstack still up to the plate now. Less ducks on the pond for him, but he can still be dangerous. Here's the pitch. Matt Hopstack with a big swing, and that'll be gloved right back up the middle by Jermichael Jones. Jones will look Gagne back at second base, and he will toss over to Rondell Frazier at first base to get the second out of the inning. So that ball, if that would have gone through, gone past second base and into center field, we could have had our first run of the ball game. But as it is, a ground out from Jones to Frazier, and Scotty Coles, the left fielder, the last chance here in the fourth inning for them to get Gagne across as he comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the second baseman. And here is the pitch to Scotty Coles. 2 strikes, 2 outs. And then here's the pitch to Coles, and that is a strikeout swinging. So Coles trying to really bust this game open, about swung out of his shoes, and he misses it for the third out. To the top of the fifth we go. Melido Ortiz still out on the mound for Brooklyn, as the catcher Jay Holland comes up to the plate. He got the first hit of the ball game today. He is 1 for 1. And Jay Holland waits on the pitch. Ortiz delivers, and that is a high fly ball out to the left field. Scotty Coles is chasing it down. Is he going to be able to get to it? And Coles does just get it at the wall. Jay Holland really put a charge into that one, but just didn't get enough of it, as this big ballpark gave Coles plenty of room to run back there and snag that. And we have 1 out here in the 5th inning as the left fielder Gus Fontenot comes up to the plate. He struck out his first at bat. Here's the pitch, a swing by Fontenot, and he pops one up to the left side of the infield. Pat Zeus moving a few feet back to get under it, and he will catch it for the third out. Two outs here in the top of the 5th, and Jermichael Jones stepping up to the plate, trying to help his cause, trying to help himself here, as he is 0 for 1 with he went for a bunt his last at bat and ended up popping it up to Ortiz on the mound. Here's a pitch. Jones swings. He pulls it to the left side, pop up as well. Pat Zeus doesn't have very far to go, as he is going to snag it for the third out of the 5th, top of the 5th. The bottom of the 5th we go. This game is still scoreless, 0-0, as Alvaro Morgan steps up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Here's a pitch. Alvaro Morgan slaps one to the right side. Josh Lapham is there to glove it, and he will toss on over to Frazier for the first out of the 5th inning. So Alvaro Morgan maybe seeing that batting average drop quite a bit after his start to this week. Pat Zeus will be stepping up now. He is 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here's a pitch, and he drives one out to right field. Maury Lynn chasing after it. Can he get there? He can, and he snags it for the first out, or the second out of the bottom of the 5th. Again, there was just enough room, even though this ballpark is somewhat large. Maury Lynn was able to chase that down for the second out. Next up will be the catcher, Torrey Brown. 0 for 1 today with a fly out to the first baseman. Torrey Brown with a swing, and he connects, and Jermichael Jones throws his glove out there, and he is able to snag that for the third out of the inning. To the top of the 6th we go now. Still in the scoreless ball game, only 4 hits between the two teams. And the second baseman, Josh Lapham, is stepping up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a ground out and a hit by pitch. Here's the pitch and the swing, and Lapham pops one up to the left side. Pat Zeus, a couple steps to his left, and he is going to glove it for the first out of the 6th inning. Next up will be the shortstop, Matt Slodak, 0 for 1, 0 for 2 today with a fly out and reaching on a fielder's choice. Here's a pitch, and Matt Slodak, he pulls one to the left side. Pat Zeus is there again to glove it. He will throw it on over to Hobstack at first for the second out of the inning. So bats are getting put on the balls, but they're just not finding anywhere to go. There's always someone right there to stop it. As Rondell Frazier steps up, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Trying to avoid the third strikeout of the day. Here is the pitch. Melido Ortiz fires it in there. 2 strikes on Frazier, and that'll be a swing and a miss for Frazier's third strikeout of the ball game. So to the bottom of the 6th we go. It's still 0-0. As a shortstop, Yasmiel Castillo steps up to face Jermichael Jones. Castillo is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Jermichael Jones with 2 quick strikes on Castillo. Here comes the pitch. And that'll be a swing and a miss for Castillo as he goes down on strikes for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Next up will be the pitcher, Melido Ortiz. Hoping to get something going here. And here is the delivery to Ortiz. Ortiz slaps one over to the left side to Slodak. Slodak bobbles it a little bit, but he regains it. He throws it on over to Frazier, and he is going to get Ortiz out. Slodak bobbled it a little bit, but was able had just enough time to recover and throw it on over to first and get Ortiz for the second out of the bottom of the 6th. Great play there by Slodak. Great composure as he is able to keep his composure and regain the ball and toss it over there for the second out of the inning. Next up will be the second baseman, Chuck Gagne. He is 1 for 2 today with a single. So 0-2 count here on Chuck Gagne as Jermichael Jones gets the sign from Jay Holland. Jones stands up, delivers a pitch, and that'll be ball from home plate umpire Dave Houtz. Boy, that one was way too close for Gagne to take, but he does, and it is now a 1-2 count. As everyone in the stands collectively sighs, they thought Gagne went down on strikes there for the third out, but as it stands, he is still up at the plate and has another chance. Here's a pitch, and he pulls one hard. Swarns to his left, sticks his glove out, a hard line drive, and he snags it for the third out. Great game here. As to the top of the 7th we go. The score is still 0-0. Great pitchers duel. Who is going to blink first? As Junior Royal, center fielder for Denver, steps up to the plate. 1 for 2 today with a single. Someone's got to break here. Something's got to give. Here's a pitch to Royal. He yanks one down the line to third base. Pat Zeus is there. Played perfectly. He tosses it on over to Hobstack for the first out of the 7th inning. Next up will be the third baseman, Kurt Swarns, 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout. Leo Ortiz gets the sign. The pitch. Kurt Swarns yanks one down the line as well. Pat Zeus is there again. Pat Zeus is in the right place at the right time. He throws it on over to Hobstack. And the home crowd fans are loving Zeus down there on the hot corner as he snags 2 to get the second out of the inning. Next up will be the right fielder, Maury Lynn. See if he can stay away from Zeus. Zeus is looking like a brick wall down there. Melido Ortiz looks to be in control. Here's the pitch to Lynn. Lynn reads it well, puts a big swing into it, and hits a line drive out to center field to keep this inning alive. It looked like that was going to be a good pitch, and Lynn was going to... Lynn just got enough of it to get the ball through and keep the inning going for Jay Holland. He will be up next. He is 1 for 2 today with a single. Ortiz still looking good out there as he has 2 quick strikes on Holland. And here comes the pitch. There's a swing, and Holland goes down on strikes for the third out, the top of the 7th inning. Ortiz able to recover after Lynn poked one through the left side. To the bottom of the 7th we go. 0-0 still, as the right fielder Brian Stone comes up to the plate. 1 for 2 today. Brian Stone looking to get something going here in the bottom of the 7th. Here is the pitch, and he pulls one out to right field. That'll be a base hit. So Brian Stone is on to lead off the bottom of the 7th. And the dangerous Matt Hobstack will be up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today, but that doesn't matter. He can strike at any moment. And here is the pitch. Here's a swing, and there is the first out of the bottom of the 7th as Hobstack goes down on strikes. He has been quiet today, unusually quiet for Hobstack. He just can't seem to get it going. Jermichael Jones showing why he's one of the best pitchers in the league, taking down some of the best hitters, and Jermichael Jones is still, he doesn't have much experience. He's still considered a prospect in this league. As Scotty Cole's left fielder comes up to the plate, 0 for 2 today. He struck out his last at bat. And here is the pitch. It's a ball outside, but Jay Holland throws it down to Rondell Frazier at first base, and Brian Stone is picked off. He got a little complacent there. As he couldn't get back to the bag, Jay Holland with a strong arm down to Frazier. And they get Brian Stone leading off, sleeping down there at first base for the 2nd out of the inning. Scotty Coles is still up, trying to make up for it. And here is the pitch to Scotty Coles. Scotty Coles slaps one to the right side over to Josh Lampum at second base. Lampum is going to glove it easily for the routine ground out. So leadoff hit, and nothing to show for it. As we go to the top of the 8th now, and the left fielder, Gus Fontenot, will be up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a flyout. And here is the 3-2 pitch to Gus Fontenot, and that will be ball 4 as an uncharacteristic walk for Melido Ortiz, and Gus Fontenot is on. Next up will be the pitcher, Jermichael Jones. Are they going to send up a pinch hitter to get, try to get Gus Fontenot around? No, they're going to let Jermichael Jones go ahead and pitch or hit for himself. Why not in this great pitcher's duel? Jermichael Jones likely going to be sacrificing, and Jermichael Jones gets one down. Melido Ortiz is going to field it. And that'll be a sac bunt to get Fontenot over to second base. So Jermichael Jones gets the job done as we have one out here, runner at second base. As the second baseman Josh Lampum comes up. He is 0 for 2 today. He reached on a hit by pitch earlier. Josh Lampum, here is the pitch from Ortiz. Lampum slaps one to the left side, and Pat Zeus again is able to, he is right there, able to glove the line out, the line drive for the 2nd out of the inning. So Denver in a dangerous spot. They may not, this may be their best chance to get Fontenot in from second as Matt Slodak comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. And here's the pitch to Slodak. Slodak slaps a ground ball over the right side. Matt Hobstack is there, and he will take it himself for the 3rd out of the 8th inning. So here we go. To the bottom of the 8th we go, and Alvaro Morgan will step up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today with a ground out. Jermichael Jones looks to keep that ERA down under 1. As Alvaro Morgan steps up to the plate. Here's a pitch, and Alvaro Morgan goes down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Jermichael Jones. This is everything I was expecting. As Pat Zeus comes up to the plate now, he is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Here's a pitch, and Zeus pops one up in the infield. Josh Lampum to his left. He is going to call off Rondell Frazier and take it himself for the second out of the inning. Next up will be the catcher, Torrey Brown, 0 for 2 today with a flyout and a ground out. And full count to Brown. Jermichael Jones getting in a little bit of trouble here. Here is the payoff pitch, and that is going to be a walk to Brown. So Brown keeps the inning alive. And Yasmiel Castillo will step up to the plate. Runners at first here. 2 outs. Let's see what Castillo can do if he gets up, or if he gets on. I'm sure we're going to see a pinch hitter come up for Ortiz. Here's the pitch, and Castillo pulls it to the left side. Matt Slodak is there, and he is going to throw it on to Josh Lampum for the 3rd out of the inning. So to the bottom of, or the 9th inning we go. I am going to do a check for Melido Ortiz to see if he is still semi-fresh or not fresh anymore. Bullet will be semi-fresh still, blank will be not fresh. And Melido Ortiz may blink first, as he is now not fresh. They're going to go ahead and give it to him. Why not? He's only got 1 walk today. They're going to get a couple relievers going up in the bullpen just in case he starts getting starting to show a little bit of tiredness. As Rondell Frazier steps up to the plate, home crowd is on their feet. They are cheering on Melido Ortiz, trying to will him through this 9th inning of this scoreless game. He rears back Frazier with a swing, and that'll be a strikeout. Frazier's golden sombrero. That is 4 in the game for Frazier, as the crowd is just going crazy here for Melido Ortiz. Next up will be the center fielder, Junior Royal, 1 for 3 today. Here's a pitch, and Junior Royal gets under one, drives it back to center field. Alvaro Morgan going back, and he gloves it for the 2nd out of the inning. So a deep drive by Royal. Had the crowd holding their breath for a second, but Alvaro Morgan was able to get back there and snag it for the 2nd out. And next up will be 3rd baseman Kurt Swarn, who is 0 for 3 today. Melido Ortiz is looking a little tired out there, but still going strong. Kurt Swarn steps into the box. Melido Ortiz stretches, delivers, and that's a shot to the gap. Left field gap as Kurt Swarn's round first, and he will go to hold up at 2nd base for a 2-out double. That is going to do it for Melido Ortiz, as John Boudreau is being summoned from the bullpen to come out here and relieve Melido Ortiz. So Ortiz goes 8 2/3 innings. He is responsible for the runner at 2nd base. But a valiant effort today as he walks off the mound, and he gets a standing ovation from this home field crowd. John Boudreau warming up on the mound. He is coming in here. His main responsibility is to get Maury Lynn out, as we look to have a pinch hitter for him in the bottom of the 9th. But as it stands, Maury Lynn stepping up to the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. His main task is to get Swarn in from 2nd base. John Boudreau with 2 quick strikes on Maury Lynn. Here is the pitch. Maury Lynn checks a swing. Did he go around? He did. Home plate umpire Dave Holtz checks down with Gary Riffberger, but Riffberger says that he broke the plane, and that John Boudreau does his job and gets the 3rd out of the inning on a big strikeout on Maury Lynn. So, to the bottom of the ninth we go, and we are going to have a pinch hitter for John Boudreau. And that is going to be Omar Ross is looking to step up to the plate. Actually, nope. The manager calls him back to the dugout and ends up sending up Solomon Horn. Solomon Horn will come on out to face Jermichael Jones. We're going to see if Jones, is he semi-fresh for the ninth or is he not fresh for the ninth? And he will be semi-fresh, so he is semi-fresh as Solomon Horn steps up to the plate. And they are going to get a reliever up in the bullpen just in case he starts to struggle a little bit. Looks like Scooter Morris will be out there. And Melido Melendez. So the bottom of the ninth we go. It is still 0-0 as Solomon Horn steps up to the plate for his first at bat today. And here is the pitch. There's a swing, and Solomon Horn will go down on the strikes for the first out. The bottom of the ninth inning. Next up will be the second baseman, Chuck Gagne. 1 for 3 today. A fly out, a single, and a line out. 2 quick strikes on Chuck Gagne. Jermichael Jones stretches, delivers. Chuck Gagne goes down on strikes for the second out of the ninth inning. And next up will be the right fielder, Brian Stone. 2 for 3 today. And here is the pitch. Brian Stone pulls one down the line. Rondell Frazier is there to glove it, though. And he will step on the bag for the third out of the inning. So, to the 10th we go. And John Boudreau is going to be replaced by Bobby Bishop. To the top of the 10th we go. In this extra innings ball game, free baseball today for the folks in Brooklyn, as Bobby Bishop is on the mound now for Brooklyn, and Jay Holland will step up to the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. Jay Holland up there with 2 strikes on him in the pitch, and that'll be a strikeout by Holland to start the 10th. And it's going to be up to the bullpens today of both teams to finish this one out. Next up will be the left fielder, Gus Fontenot, 0 for 2 today. Gus Fontenot with a swing. He pulls it out to right field. Brian Stone chasing after it, and he will get to it, as that'll be the second out of the 10th inning. And with Jermichael Jones, the pitcher, due up, we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up to the plate to face Bobby Bishop. And that is going to be Romero Yadier, who will be up to pinch hit for Jones. And the Brooklyn faithful giving a big round of applause for Jermichael Jones, as he will lower that .66 ERA even further, as he went 9 innings and didn't give up a run. It'll be up to the bullpen now for Denver to see if they can keep Brooklyn in check. As Romero Yadier steps up to the plate, he can be dangerous. And Yadier with a swing, and he pops one up to the left side. Pat Zeus drifting over into foul territory, and he will get it for the third out of the 10th. So nothing going for Denver as we go to the bottom. We'll see who comes out on the mound for Denver to face the 3, 4, 5 hitters. Scooter Morris looks like he gets the nod to come out here in the 10th, as he will face the dangerous but quiet today Matt Hobstack, 0 for 3 today. And if Hobstack was able to hit a home run here, then he will have scored all the runs. He would have been responsible for all the runs in this short 2-game series. Here is the pitch. And Hobstack's going to slap one to right field for a base hit. So he is on today. He gets his first hit of the game here in the 10th inning, as the left fielder, Scotty Coles, will come up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. Scotty swings, and he drives one up the middle for a base hit. Hobstack's going to stop at second, as we have runners at first and second here with nobody out in the 10th. And this could be dangerous for Scooter Morris, as he's allowed the first 2 base runners on with no outs. And the center fielder, Alvaro Morgan, will be coming up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. Here is the pitch to Alvaro Morgan, and that'll be a swing and a miss for the first out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Alvaro Morgan goes down on strikes again. So he is hitless in these last 2 games after coming in with a .538 average. Next up will be the third baseman, Pat Zeus, 0 for 3 today with 3 flyouts. Pat Zeus pulls one to the left side. That's a ground ball to Matt Slodak. Slodak over to Josh Lampum at second, on to Rondell Frazier at first, and that will be a double play to end the inning. So 2 on with nobody out, and Brooklyn cannot get the runner in from second. And we go to the top of the 11th inning as Bobby Bishop comes back out on the mound. No, Bobby Bishop does not come back out on the mound, as he was pinch hit for. We're going to see who comes out for him here to start the 11th inning. And that will be the right-handed Nolan Anderson. He will face the second baseman, Josh Lampum, who is 0 for 3 today. Anderson is righty, Lampum is a lefty. But Nolan Anderson, a little bit stronger pitcher in this situation. And Lampum steps up to the plate. Lampum pops one up to the left side of the infield. Pat Zeus drifting over to get it, and that will be the first out of the 11th. As the shortstop, Matt Slodak, comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 4 today to face Nolan Anderson. Full count here on Slodak, and here is the pitch, and that's going to be a walk for Matt Slodak. So Anderson, 1 out walk here, as the first baseman, Rondell Frazier, comes up 0 for 4 today with 4 strikeouts. He is just hoping to get the bat on the ball for once. Here's a pitch, and Rondell Frazier slaps one over to Chuck Gagne. Gagne over to Yasmiel Castillo for the out, but Frazier reaches at first base on the fielder's choice. So Matt Slodak will be out at second. Rondell Frazier will be on first base here with 2 outs, as the center fielder, Junior Royal, steps up to the plate. He is 1 for 4 today. The pitch, and Junior Royal swings and misses to go down on strikes for the 3rd out here in the 11th inning. Scooter Morris comes back out for his 2nd inning of work, as Torrey Brown steps up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today with a walk. Here's a pitch, and Torrey Brown will go down on strikes for the first out of the 11th. The shortstop, Yasmiel Castillo, will step up to the plate, 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and reach on a fielder's choice. Castillo with 2 strikes on him Scooter Morris stretches, delivers, and a swing and a miss by Castillo for the second out of the inning. And we will have a pinch hitter coming up for the pitcher, Nolan Anderson, as Anderson does his job for the day and keeps Denver off the scoreboard. And Omar Ross is getting called out of the dugout. It doesn't look like he'll be going back in the dugout, so it looks like he's going to go ahead and come up and pinch hit for Nolan Anderson. As Scooter Morris is still out on the mound. And we'll see what Ross can do here in the bottom of the 11th inning. And here is the pitch, and Omar Ross pulls one out to left field. Gus Fontenot going to his right towards foul ground, and he will snag it for the third out. So Omar Ross not able to do anything. As we go to the top of the 12th inning. Still 0-0 in this ball game. And a meltdown of epic proportions is about to ensue. Morales comes out to face the third baseman, Kurt Swarnge, who is 1 for 4 today with a double. For now, Roberto Morales will be out on the plate as Kurt Swarnge comes up. And Kurt Swarnge will be walked. So leadoff walk, those are never any good. And the right fielder, Maury Lynn, will come up now. He is 1 for 4 today. Maury Lynn up to the plate. And here is a drive out to right field. And that's going to get down into the corner. That'll be at least a double for him. Kurt Swarnge is going to round second and go to third. And Maury Lynn with a double to put runners at second and third here with no outs in the top of the 12th inning. Big hit by Maury Lynn. And Jay Holland is going to step up to the plate. He just needs to get that runner in from third some way, somehow. Let's see if he can do it. Jay Holland with a shot into the left field gap. That's going to get down. Swarnge is going to come in. Maury Lynn is going to round third and come in. And Jay Holland with a no-out double to plate 2 runs here in the top of the 12th. Big hit to bust this game open. And Roberto Morales is now a semi-struggler, and they are going to get Enrique Nunez warming up just in case he runs into any more trouble. But those leadoff walks, that'll do it for you. And with it being a 2-0 ball game, Gus Fontenot will step up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. Here is the pitch, and Fontenot gets a hold of one opposite field. Scotty Coles is going back. Can he get to it? He cannot, and Gus Fontenot busts this game open even more. He clears the left field fence. And this game is now 4-0. As the wheels have really fallen off for Brooklyn here. And that is going to be it for Roberto Morales. Morales' day is done, as he has not been able to quell these Denver bats. And Enrique Nunez is going to come in and see if he can stop the bleeding, as Denver is going to send up a pinch hitter to face Enrique Nunez. So Denver really laying it on here in the 12th inning. It's a shame to see the game kind of end, or the game's not ended, but see the game take this turn after such a great pitching duel by the starters and the bullpen. So Duncan Otto is going to come up to face Nunez here in the top of the 12th. Here's the pitch, and Duncan Otto drives one into center field up the middle for a base hit. So the Denver bats are now just lighting up. Better late than never, as Brooklyn just does not have an answer as Josh Lapham comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 4 today. He's going to see if he can keep it going. Nobody wants to be that first out. Josh Lapham pops one up to the right side. Chuck Gagne will be there to glove it for the first out of the 12th inning. So they finally get that first out, maybe too little too late, as the shortstop Matt Slodak comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 4 today. Here's the pitch from Nunez, and it's a drive to center field. Center fielder Alvaro Morgan going back. And that's going to be a double off the wall. Duncan Otto is going to go around to third. Matt Slodak is going to pull into second base with a one-out double. So the wheels for Brooklyn are just falling off as the first baseman Rondell Frazier comes up. He is 0 for 5 today. 4 strikeouts and a reach on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch to Frazier. That's going to be pulled down the line. Pat Zeus can't get to that one. As it goes past him, Duncan Otto is going to come home. Matt Slodak is going to come home. And Rondell Frazier with a 2-run single. 6 runs have scored this inning for Denver. And the center fielder, Junior Royal, is going to come up to the plate now, 1 for 5. Here is the pitch to Royal. Royal drives one out to the gap in right field. That's going to be a double. Rondell Frazier is going to hold up at third. Junior Royal is at second. In this inning, Brooklyn just cannot get an out. Holy cow. Kurt Swarns is going to come up to the plate, and they're going to intentionally walk Swarns to set up the double play. So this is unprecedented. As it looked like a game that I didn't know if I wanted to see end with the pitcher's duel, but now I'm just kind of on the brink of run ruling them and calling it a game myself, but we can't do that here at Board Sports Network. Here we go. Maury Lynn steps up to the plate. And Maury Lynn with a shot out to right field. That is going to plate the 2 runs. Rondell Frazier is going to come in. Junior Royal is going to come in. Kurt Swarns is going to hold up at third. And it is now 8-0. As Jay Holland is going to come up to the plate again this inning. And they are going to intentionally walk him. Of course, it may not be a good idea, but Brooklyn is kind of running out of options here, as they are going to have Brooklyn is going to bring in really their designated closer, Jimmy Tuesday, come in and see if he can't shut this lineup down. As it is now 8-0 in the top of the 12th with one out. And Jimmy Tuesday will be coming up to the plate, or on the mound, try to stop this bleeding. Jay Holland was intentionally walked, and Gus Fontenot, who had 2-run home run earlier this inning, coming up to the plate. He is 1 for 4. Gus Fontenot is going to go the opposite way with it. It's a fly ball out to shallow left field. Scotty Coles is going to come in for the second out of the inning. So thankfully, we are 1 out away from going to the bottom of the 12th as Duncan Otto comes back up again for his second pinch hit at bat of the inning. He got a single up the middle for his first at bat. See what he can do here. Pitch and Duncan Otto lines one past the third baseman. That's going to get Swarns home. Maury Lynn is going to come home. Jay Holland is going to hold up at second base. And it is now 10-0. Denver busting out the bats in this half inning. It is 10-0 Denver in the 12th inning. Josh Lampum coming up to the plate. He is 0 for 5 today. And he is looking to keep this inning going. He's going to slap one over to Pat Zeus. Pat Zeus is going to field it and step on the bag for the third out of the inning. So thankfully, we are out of that half inning. 10 runs by Denver. As Melito Melendez is going to come out on the mound to replace Scooter Morris, who more than likely is going to get the win in this game. Unless Brooklyn can score 11 here. It can be done. We just saw it. Very unlikely, but it can be done as Chuck Gagne comes up to the plate. He is 1 for 4 today. The crowd that was just on their feet an inning ago is now filing out of the stadium. Here's a pitch. Chuck Gagne grounds to the third baseman, Kurt Swarns, for the 5-3 putout for the first out of the 12th inning. Next up will be the right fielder, Brian Stone, 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. Brian Stone lifts one out to center field. Junior Royal is going to camp under it for the second out. And Matt Hobstack doesn't want to be the third out of this game. Maybe some people want him to be the third out so they can head home. But he is 1 for 4 today. And we'll see what he can do. Here's the pitch. Matt Hobstack showing he doesn't want to go home as he lines one down the left field line. That'll be a base hit. He rounds first and goes to second. And he is on with a 2-out double. So Matt Hobstack, he is a player. He loves the game. And it shows right there. He could have easily just phoned it in. But he brings up the left fielder, Scotty Coles, 1 for 4 today. He is up at the plate. Here is the pitch from Melendez. And Scotty Coles swings and misses. And the comeback will fall just short for Brooklyn as they go down 10-0. Holy cow. That was quite a game. We had the highs and the lows from both sides of the spectrum. So I will be back in a moment with your post-game report. So your final today in this Wild game. The Denver Wild 10 and the Brooklyn Bombers nothing. Denver moves to 8-4 on the season while Brooklyn moves to 8-5. Denver had 10 runs on 13 hits, no errors, and 9 left on base. Brooklyn had 0 runs on 6 hits, 0 errors, and 4 left on base. Your winning pitcher today is Scooter Morris. He moves to 2-0 on the season, and the loss goes to Roberto Morales. He is 0 for 1. Just an update on the starters of the game. Jermichael Jones went 9 innings, no runs, 9 strikeouts, and 1 walk. He improves his ERA to 0.40 and 22 2/3 total inning of work, 18 strikeouts, and 6 walks. Melido Ortiz goes 8 2/3 innings, 0 runs, 7 strikeouts with 1 walk. he improves his ERA to 1.99 in 22 2/3 innings, 18 strikeouts, and 5 walks. I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but mine, I really like doing this single game and providing a lot more detail as the starting lineups and their stats for the year coming into the game, and the stats for the starting pitchers. I really like doing that. I do not like the way I presented it, though. I think whenever I roll the dice, I enjoy going through the traits on camera and just saying yes or no, and doing it that way. The way I was doing it, I would roll the dice, I would look on the chart, and then try to come up with a little scenario. I found that a little too, I guess I don't know the word for it, but the game didn't flow as well for me doing it that way. I don't know how it's going to look on camera, but for me, I'm just not a big fan of that. So I think from now on, I'm going to do the single games with the detail, and then actually go through and talk out the traits. So if you think differently, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you liked it, what you thought of it. I know the way I want to do it, but if you guys want to see it done the way I did it here, definitely let me know. So great game up until the 12th inning here at Signal Health Park. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch, and I hope you enjoyed it. But until next time, have a great day, and God bless.